Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's great to be back making some more content. I know I've been off for a while due to my health problems, but it's great to share this amazing Dorico tool with you. I don't know about you, but one of the things that drives me crazy about entering notes into notation software is sort of the willy-nilly nature when it chooses accidentals. Now, this is not to say that they're just kind of randomly throwing things in there, but in my mind, there are certain ways that you want to notate things. For example, in a blues song, when we use the flatted third, I want it kind of written as the flatted third, meaning it should be E flats in the key of C, not D sharps, because I'm trying to express to people that this is a third of the chord, not a second. But it's kind of hard to make that happen, and it's hard to catch all of them, and sometimes you'll get parts with kind of weird accidentals, but I found a way to switch over accidentals in a much quicker and easier way here in Dorico. So let's check out how to do kind of a mass change of a lot of different notes and respellings here in Dorico Pro. So this is one of the coolest tools I've found in a very long time. And this tool is under the right menu up here. And then you're going to go down under Transform Pitches. And then you're going to have this one for Map Pitches. And what the Map Pitches function does is it allows us to take a passage of music and say, hey, take any one of these notes and make it into something else. So let's take an example. So here I have a really huge woodwind run, and you'll see I've got sharps and flats and all sorts of stuff mixed together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight just a little section of this run here, and I want to make it so that it only uses flats because they're all descending. And you can see I have an A sharp and a G sharp that are sort of breaking the rules. So what I'm going to do is with those notes highlighted, I'm going to go back under the right menu. I'm going to go to Transform, Pitches, and then I'm going to Map the Pitches. And when I map the pitches, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which note I want to start with, which in this case is going to be an A sharp, and I want to change it into a B flat. And you can see I can specify the octave if, let's say, I had low notes and high notes and I want to differentiate them. And then I can also include enharmonic equivalences as well, which in this case I don't need. And then transposing, what I want to do is I want to do the closest note, which means just move it to the one that's the closest to, because if I did up or down, if I did down, for example, it would go to the B flat an octave lower than the A sharp. So we don't want that. And then I'm going to hit Add Mapping. Now the great thing is I can also do the G sharp at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and change over this to G sharp, and I want to change that to A flat. And again, I'm going to leave all the other things the same, and I'm going to add that to my mapping. So now when I hit OK, you'll see it converted the A sharp into a B flat, and it converted the G sharp into an A flat. So we get a much cleaner looking run here, which to me is a huge time saver. Now there's another version of this exact same tool, which is to map scale. What this tool is intended to do is if you had a passage that was obviously a harmonic minor scale, but it was spelling the notes wrong, Dorico will go in and it'll actually respell the notes to make sure that it is literally the scale you're looking at. So we can see in this highlighted section, I have a G harmonic minor scale written, but you can see it has misspelled one of the notes as a D sharp instead of an E flat. So what we're going to do is with all these notes highlighted, I'm going to go back under my right menu. I'm going to go down to Transform, and I'm going to go to Pitches, and then I'm going to go to Map Scale. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the source root to be G, and then I'm going to set the destination root to also be G. And then the source scale pattern, you can see that it has options for a whole bunch of different scales. And in this case, I'm going to set it to just a major scale or Ionian, and I'm going to change it over here to harmonic minor. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to uncheck Treat Enharmonics because I don't want it to leave the D sharp. I want it to change it. And I want to snap all pitches to the destination scale. And then I'm going to hit OK. And you can see that it respelled my scale properly. And you can see it works the same if I was to go back and I was to manually respell this even worse, and then I was to go back into that same menu and go under Transpose, Transform, Map Scale, and then again I'm going to set it to G and G, and then I'm going to set my destination back to harmonic minor and hit OK. You can see that it knows what a harmonic minor scale in G should look like, and it fixes it for me. This can be a great, useful tool if you're writing something that you know is a specific scale passage and you just want to fix it. So that is my new tool of the day. Like I said, this is such an amazing game changer. So the next time you're writing out something and you're getting accidentals you really don't want, this is a great way of blanket changing all of them at once. So thanks so much for sticking with me through my little hiatus here. I hope to get back to lots more Dorico videos and other content. So keep checking back at the channel, and I'll catch you next time.